It's not even like I want to make it, I have to make it. Because I just don't see a life where I don't live it like I want to. There is no plan B. I'm obsessed with it. And sometimes I think, how many people are there like me who think like this? Because it for sure can be lonely sometimes, because 99% doesn't think like this. And that's a good thing and a bad thing, because it's a good thing because it sets you ahead of the competition in some way, and it's a bad thing because it can be lonely. Achieving the things I want and living the life I want and improving myself and chasing my dream life are basically the only thing I think about. This includes growing my YouTube channel, achieving my dream physique, being healthy, marrying the dream wife, and many more things. And I basically realized more and more that I don't relate to people around me anymore. I don't want to talk about other people or football games or gossiping, because I just don't care. And I used to care about those things. And that can be hard sometimes, because I sometimes think, is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? Because I think you should still appreciate the little things, but when there is something stronger, it's not where you want to put your energy in every day. And you can argue that, is it worth it? But I would say yes every day of the week. And I think that's the difficult thing, where the successful people push through and the non-successful people give up. So I'm trying to be one of the first. Because if it was easy, everybody would do it and it would lose value. And you probably have seen some things like the winter arc on TikTok and stuff like that, but I think that's a little bit cringe, because it has to be a lifestyle and not some trend. And I bet 90% isn't even putting the work in. And viewing life like this has made me view life in a more serious way and a more conscious way, because I used to hang out with people just because they were fun or they were funny or any reason, but now if those people aren't any value in my life, I don't see the benefit in it. I'm not saying that I'm better than anyone, definitely not, but you in some way have to view yourself like that. If you're putting the work in, somebody doesn't, that does make you better in that aspect. Doesn't mean you have to be arrogant, but I think it's like that. And a lot of people view it like this, if they want to admit it or not. If you are struggling and you can't sleep at night because you want it so bad, or you at least have to think like that. If you think that you're like everybody else, why would you make it and not everybody else? So you have to be really confident in that way. The person who goes to the gym when he doesn't want to is better than the person who doesn't go. And I made a mistake with my previous friend group. Like, I was thinking I can hang out with those people, but you have to fully commit to your new self, because I recognized really quick that I went back to my old self and this was the last thing I wanted. You just get dragged into it, and it's really difficult to grow as a person if you're doing the same habits over and over again. I hope I don't sound too arrogant in this video, because that's not what I want, but it's been on my mind lately and I just want to share it, because maybe some people can relate, hopefully. And I also do believe that everybody can make it, but not everybody is wanting to pay the price because they're stuck in a comfort zone. It's honestly a mental game for a really big part, I think. We all have a brain. We all have a brain and body parts, so why is somebody superior than the other person? But you have to want it though. You have to want it bad enough, I think, and that's a struggle. Just think like this: somebody your age, or a lot of people, aren't even close to watching videos like this, and you are. So that's the sign you have what it takes, I think. And doing things when you're motivated is not what makes you special or successful. So that's all I had to say. If you like this content, can relate, you can like, subscribe, comment, and hopefully see you in the next one.